Right then, how's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a whole bunch of way too expensive stuff that I've managed to buy because all of you guys have been supporting the channel so much and because I work really hard during the week at work as well. So all of this stuff behind me is to upgrade my sim setup, which I'm very excited about. I've been sim racing for probably 20 to 23 years, so I'm 25 now. My dad built our first sim rig when I was about 2 or 3 years old, but my sim setup is quite old and the equipment isn't very good. I really want to upgrade it and make it a lot better. So there should be a 3-part series. So episode 1 will be this one. Obviously, I'm going to show you my old setup. I'm going to show you all of this stuff. We're going to unbox all of this nonsense that I've bought. And then the next episode will be us designing and building the custom sim rig. And then the final episode will be something to do with what it's like to drive on for the first time in comparison to my previous setup and all that good stuff. Anyway, less of me talking. Let's go have a look at the old setup. But before we do that, remember to like, comment and subscribe if you're new. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so before I can show you this setup in full, let me quickly show you how every time I play a racing sim, I have to move this around to my desk and set myself up. Literally all of my sim racing career and any speed that I have in racing cars thus far on video games is from this. I have to move the screen from over there down to here, move my keyboard forward obviously so I can reach it from the chair. It all fits under the desk quite nicely. Obviously I have quite limited space in my room, obviously, like it's literally big bed and then TV with a video you should have watched by now on it, and then a whole bunch of this desk basically, which is where I do all of my work, all of my YouTube, all that kind of stuff. But yes, this seat, as you can see, is super old. Like it's got a massive hole in the top here, which once was obviously fabric at some point many years ago. Down here we have this filled in with cushions, not because I'm short, but because my friend once stood in the seat and just broke the bottom of it. We never bothered to replace it, we just left it in there because why not? Just it's easier to not have to replace the seat, and that happened years ago. So very strange one. Obviously you can see here all of this stuff is just starting to come away. This has got probably, I would say, at least 15 to 20 years worth of me and my sweat in it. So if that's a bit gross, I do apologize. Also, a point to note, I literally am running and have been running forever the most basic setup, as in literally the Driving Force GT Logitech steering wheel, as well as the Driving Force GT Logitech pedals as well. So it's a super basic setup. There's nothing special about this. And in terms of force feedback and realism and all that good stuff, doesn't really provide it. Oh, and one other thing I should point out before we carry on is that this bar here means that the pedals are on the right hand side, and there's a little thing over there, like just over here somewhere, to put your foot on, and so that basically means that you can't left foot brake. You can kind of like reach your leg around this or come around this side, but ultimately it's a really uncomfortable setup for left foot braking. So I've gotten really good at right foot braking and I'm probably really poor at left foot braking. The only particularly cool thing about this setup is the fact that it is a sim rig. It literally is standing here on its own stuff. It is literally a sim rig. The whole thing, as you can see, is rigged up. An annoying thing about it is that I have to look actively upwards to be able to see, and I can't line up my steering wheel with there at all. So overall, yes, I'm a fan of my rig and I love it to bits, but it's definitely time for an upgrade and to fix all of these problems and way more, basically. And to be perfectly honest, if this setup can be modified to be absolutely perfect for my needs in terms of sorting out the issue with the pedals in particular, but also just being strong enough to hold the new wheel and wheelbase that we've got on there and all of the new stuff, then perfect. I would love to just do that because this has been part of my life forever. So it's got sentimental value as well as just being useful. Anyway, now I'm going to somehow turn my bedroom into an unboxing studio. So give me a sec. This is where I'm going to be doing my unboxing from. I've got my boy Lewis here who is going to inspire me because ultimately all of this is so that I can get faster at racing and ultimately become faster than this dude right here. So let's get into it. And like magic, there it is. So got the old trusty Swiss Army knife with me. Hopefully we can get this open nice and quick. Oh yes! Let's go! Check this out. This is looking really good. So this is the Sabelt or however you want to say it, Racer Duo seat. It cost me around about £200. And yeah, got it on Black Friday, very nice. It's got these points here, so I can obviously side mount it, which is the goal. We're going to side mount it onto the thing. It's actually FIA approved, so I could use this in racing. It's very heavy is the one thing I would say about it. Super, super heavy, so I wouldn't put this in a track car. I could have spent the extra 200 quid and got a nice fiberglass lightweight one, but I think for now this is going to do the job. Important question, can I sit in it? Yes. Oh mate, that's actually lush. I was not expecting it to be as comfortable as this, but that's actually all right. Might need a cushion in the back, like around about here. It's not particularly comfy there, but I think as an overall, particularly if I'm sitting like this maybe, oh mate, that's beautiful. Definitely a fan. All right, let's do boring thing number one. So this is a monitor mount. So this is going to mount my new monitor, which I'll show you in a moment, onto my setup, hopefully. So it comes with all of these different mounting parts. I'll put them back in their bags in a sec, to be honest, because this won't be used until right at the end of the build process, but I want to show you everything. So yeah, different, like a base for it, all that other kind of stuff. Just a very simple, basic monitor arm, which I can't even remember where I got it from. It was on Amazon, obviously. Envision, there we go. Hopefully this will solve the problem of not having the racing simulator at my eye height. Now onto something much less boring for the looks of things. This is my monitor. So it is a BenQ EX323R, and I have a good friend who owns one of these and attests to it being a good purchase, so I'm glad of that. But also I had a look through for ages on different websites and whatever to benchmark it against some of its peers, and for the price I think this was pretty reasonable. So I think I spent around about 300 on this. So yes, a whole bunch of cables, all that good stuff to plug it in, which is good. If I lift this, I'm hoping that underneath this there will be some kind, oh my gosh, that's just gone flying, but some kind of monitor. And I do believe that is it right there. It's upside down at the moment, so not the correct way around for you guys, but let me pull this out. Nice. Cool. But yeah, that is a curved monitor as well, which I think is so sick. So hopefully I'll be able to sit somewhere around here and see the whole monitor looking very nice in front of me. That is the goal. And just in case it's difficult to see, hopefully that gives you a good view of what it looks like. So yes, a full-on curve there. Looking very sweet. I'm definitely a fan. And just for your reference, in terms of specs, we've got basically a 2K monitor, curved, 144 Hertz, and I think it's got like a 4 millisecond response rate, so very nice. Oh, and by the way, one negative about that monitor is that it doesn't come with a VESA mount or adapter. So this here should be that adapter which I ordered from BenQ for an additional £32 including shipping. So that should slide into the back of the monitor and just go up into the back, and then I can connect it to the monitor arm that I also showed you just before. But now we get on to the really fun bit, which is the stuff that is by the company you can see here. So if you're into sim racing, then you'll probably know the name FANATEC. Or FANATEC, or whatever you want to call them. Basically, I have bought myself a whole bunch of FANATEC stuff. Everything that you'll see in the actual sim rig setup, other than obviously the additional peripherals, are from FANATEC. And I bought them all on Black Friday. So I was one of those few people that just waited up early in the morning for everything to go live, and then spent about 4 hours. I'm talking, hang on, 4 hours. Honestly, I started the purchasing process at about 7:30 in the morning, and in the case of refreshing constantly and trying to get into my basket and trying to get through to the end of the process, it took me 4 hours. 7:30 until 11:30, constantly refreshing that FANATEC page in order to be able to get my thing purchased. And even when I purchased it, I think it took another 3 hours for the confirmation email to come through. So a very scary point in my life, but here all the equipment is, and I'm very glad that it's in front of me. But anyway, yes, back to this. As you can see here, hello, realism, goodbye, toys. And yes, I can probably pretty much confirm that my Logitech stuff that I was using before was actually a toy. All of this great FANATEC wheelbase stuff. So this is the wheelbase 2.5. You've got a whole bunch of things here to help you in terms of setting it up onto something, so you can use it as like a template in order to drill out holes, which will probably be coming in very useful with building this custom setup. And then similarly here, if you buy one of the extra things to help it mount. And then let's see if we can get this out. So it's quite heavy, funnily enough. As you might expect. Sick. So that is in a very nice FANATEC bag my CS W V2.5. I'm going to take my rings off because I don't want to scratch it or anything like that. Let's pull this out and not break anything. Mate, it feels so sturdy. That is so sick. Yes, boys. That is so, so cool. And look at this. That is a beast. I'm a big fan of that. That looks so, so good. Look, if you take this off, very nice. I'm going to leave it half on because I'm going to put that back on in a sec. Then in here, you can see all of the internals of the wheel. So I think it's a double belt driven wheel. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I think, yeah, you see the belts in there. So yeah, this should really upgrade my steering experience. I've just pulled that off. And then, yeah, obviously the FANATEC around the front. Here's obviously the bit that you'll be turning it on, etc. All of the different bits and bobs. Yes, very, very happy with that. Here is my second large FANATEC box. Let's jump into this one. Oh, yes. So at the top here it says the difference. Let's pull that up and see if it says anything else similar to the other one. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary, what else is going to say, is that little extra. Very nice. So yeah, I do quite like their packaging. The packaging's pretty sick, but we're not here for the packaging, we're here for the internals. Let's jump in here. Oh, mad. So this is for something else, but this is my sticker set, I think. Yeah, this is the sticker set for my new steering wheel. So this is like an extra 20 quid or something on top. Just gives you a whole bunch of potential stickers to help with, I suppose, naming your buttons. That is the Club Sport Pedals V3 Performance Kit. So this comes with a whole bunch of extra stuff to help you perform better. It basically means that you can change the weight of the pedal is the best way I can describe it. And now let's jump into the important bit. Oh, look at this! That's crazy. Oh my gosh. That is so sick. This is really heavy again, and it's really properly well machined. I don't really know how well I can show you this, but this is super thick, super heavy. It probably weighs at least like a good maybe 5 to 10 kilograms. Maybe to be honest, I have no idea how weight works, so that's probably wrong. But yeah, you could definitely get a few of the old reps in with this. But that is sick. And look at the back of it as well. Like, all of this stuff is so perfectly machined. FANATEC really know what they're doing, I swear. Waiting for it to focus perfect. Yeah, that is so nice. What an upgrade from my current setup. And by the way, before I put these back in their bag, I just want to mention this is going to be the real difference maker. Being able to use good pedals where you can set them up exactly how you want them to be, and they can feel really nice. Having a clutch pedal as well, and all of this good stuff is going to be such a difference maker when it comes to sim racing. So yes, very happy with these for that reason. So I have also got the shifter and the handbrake, and there they are. So that is the shifter, which comes as either a sequential or an H pattern. So very cool already. I mean, this is just literally crazy. Like, what a different experience to what I'm used to. Or obviously, yeah, sequential, which is just like a quick flick here and there. So very, very cool. And then obviously we've also got this handbrake. The handbrake feels a little bit less heavy. This is quite lightweight, which is nice, maybe, I don't know. And you can either have it stood up like so, or you can have it sort of laying down flat. So yeah, it depends on which way you prefer to have it. The one thing I'd say isn't so nice is that this here is a little bit cheap. Like, everything else is so nice, and then this just feels a little bit nasty, so I might have to replace this. And now time for the final two pieces. I am an artist, apparently. Let's have a look. The track is my canvas, and the car is my brush. Wow. I mean, if there's anything that is more pretentious than that, then let me know. But I do really like this. So yes, the rim that I have gone for is the Club Sport Steering Wheel Formula V2, which just looks sick, because most of the cars that I drive are Formula cars, but I also definitely need a circular rim at some point, because I do a lot of rallying stuff too. I think the rallying stuff is going to be made a lot better with a circular rim rather than one of these, but who knows. Comes with a whole bunch of button caps anyway, so maybe I've wasted some money on the button caps that I bought, but whatever. This is so sick. Whoa, look at that. That is insane. So this is 5mm, I believe, of carbon fiber, just full carbon fiber here. That is insane. It feels so cool. All of these buttons as well. Obviously, I'm gonna get rid of these Xbox ones that are here and swap them out for either the ones that I've put over there or my new button set as well. But yeah, so that is so sick. I cannot believe that. That is super, super cool. So comes with obviously lights here to indicate when you need to change gears. It comes with its own pedals, which already feel a million times cooler than the pedals on my Logitech DFGT set, but I'm swapping them out for some different ones anyway. Comes with these different switches and stuff to make as many changes as you fancy to the car on the fly, which is definitely, in my opinion, button overkill, but maybe you can never have too many buttons. This is so sick though. That is unreal. But yeah, just because I can't help myself, I got myself this Podium advanced paddle module as well, which you can see has these real carbon fiber shifters to them, which are insane. And then this as well. So these are the actual sets. So they're magnetic shifters. Basically, you can use a dual clutch system on these in order to get better launches out of Formula cars in particular. And that is everything. I have completely demolished my bedroom, haven't I, Lewis, mate? Yep, cheers, mate. But yeah, this is so sick. I'm so happy that I've managed to be able to buy all of this stuff. So glad that Black Friday came around. Even though only one thing went on sale, saved me quite a lot of cash. I am literally so gassed right now, I'm shaking. This stuff is going to be so sick when it's on the setup. I'm really, really excited to take you guys along for the ride. I know it's not like my normal content. It's very, very different, in fact. So yeah, I don't normally do this kind of stuff, but let's go into the other room for a second. I've been meaning to make some more sim racing content for a while, and I've been meaning to do some more streaming and that kind of stuff. So it's obviously not the bread and butter of the channel. The channel is Cars with JB, and yes, sim racing includes virtual cars or whatever, but ultimately cars remain the main focus. I just want to start streaming a little bit more, and I thought that having a setup like this would be really helpful for doing that. I just think, yeah, I'm just excited. This is going to be really cool. I hope you guys enjoy it. But yes, a massive thank you to you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me blather on about all this new stuff that I now need to build into something interesting. Hopefully we get it done this side of Christmas. That is my aim. We'll have to talk to Father about that, but who knows at this point. Big thank you to the patrons, because it's their support that enables me to do stuff like this and to buy all this stuff. None of this was sponsored. None of this was given to me. All of this was bought out of my own cash. So yes, appreciate those guys, and appreciate you guys as well for watching, because it's your views that enable this as well. So remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. But thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Listen.